Let's talk about the discard from the dismissive avoidant perspective. Family, it is your favorite toxic YouTuber back for another video. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Dismissible Me, where I speak only about dismissive avoidant attachment from the perspective of somebody who has had a severe dismissive avoidant attachment style and working through it, honey. So please like, share, and subscribe. Find me on Instagram. All of my information is down below in the description box. And family, let's get right on into it. The discard or a breakup from the dismissive avoidant perspective. Because I hate to use the word discard because it's a word to get you all in your emotions. We're just talking about a breakup here, but we're going to use discard throughout the whole video here. First of all, after the discard, I'm going to feel relieved. We're just talking about a breakup. Nothing's different. I'm going to feel relieved that I no longer am feeling the pressure to deal with the emotional demands and expectations of the relationship, giving me back my sense of autonomy, giving me back my sense of freedom, and being able to be independent and do things on my own. I'm going to be relieved first. Please do not think that I'm going to be sitting somewhere crying. I probably already did that before we got to this point. So that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be relieved. I'm going to take full advantage of this opportunity to be by myself and not have any external pressure from somebody else, no demands from another person. I'm just going to do my own thing. The second thing is I'm going to be very indifferent towards the situation. Once I've decided to go, I'm going. I've already emotionally checked out completely. So it's not that I'm discarding you or breaking up with you to get back at you or to prove a point. It's not that. At the point that I'm breaking up with you or discarding you, I'm indifferent. I'm totally indifferent to the situation between me and you. I'm totally indifferent to the relationship that we have going on. It's indifference. I'm not even, and I mean this in the most respectful way, you're no longer on my radar. I've decided to check out. I see, and I'm going to see the breakup as necessary and like it's something that had to happen so that we both could move on and we're probably in a better situation, not together. And that rolling right into the belief that things are going to be better for both of us now that things are over. And that really is how I felt if I've had to end a situation, which I usually do. This is better for both of us. You know, I've thought it through, not just for me, but for you also. You know, you were probably needing things from me and I wasn't able to give it to you, or you were making demands that I was never going to agree to. And so now this breakup, this discard is me giving you what you wanted or giving you the space to do what you need to do or find the person that's going to meet your needs, because this situation between me and you was not going to work. So it becomes the indifference, and then it's logical, and that this is, you know, better for me and you. That to stay longer in the relationship, a minute longer, would just cause more damage to me or you. Then there's being emotionally exhausted. At the point where I'm having to discard you, break up, I probably am very much emotionally exhausted. I feel like I poured a lot into this situation. We can agree to disagree. I'm going to feel like I poured a lot into this situation and I need a break. I need more than a Kit Kat bar. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to, again, taking full advantage of that personal space, but I'm going to feel drained from the relationship, drained from the emotional needs of the other person, especially if they were overly needy, making a bunch of demands. Like, less is more with me. I'm going to be emotionally exhausted, and therefore I'm not going to check back in. Like that's one thing that for me, you're not going to get. I'm not going to check back in with you once I'm done. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm gone. Peace. I'm like a ghost. That's not going to haunt you. I focus on the practicality of the matter. I've already removed any and all emotions, whether there was a few or a bunch, from the situation. I'm going to look at the breakup before I even do the discard or have the conversation with you, because I will admit that when I break up with somebody, it's very similar to the way I've had to fire people. That is exactly how I feel about when I've had to fire people. When I had to fire the painter, when I had to fire the handyman on certain things, because I sell real estate. breaking up with you is exactly like getting fired. You are losing your position with me to be in my life as my man. Or, if you date women, woman. But yeah, no, it's going to be practical. It's going to be logical. I'm not going to have any emotions about it. I think that is very shocking to people. Like everything was good, or they felt like everything was good, even though it wasn't. Or the fact that I got very, very quiet at the end, because that's what I do. I tend to get very quiet at the end of a relationship, very quiet, very distant. And I'm already a person who doesn't do a lot of talking. I'm a quiet person in general. I'm going to get quiet. I'm going to focus on the facts. I'm going to focus on logical things. I'm going to look at things from my perspective. And I am going to attempt to put myself in your shoes. And that goes to believing and building the case that this is better for me and you to go our separate ways. But I'm going to hone in on the practical aspects of the relationship or ending the relationship, moving on. And especially if we have, like, let's say you left some stuff at my place, or I was in possession of some of your items. I'm going to either bring those to you at the discard/breakup, or I'm going to immediately figure out how to get those things to you in the least problematic way possible. Again, I'm checking out. Now it's a matter of, paperwork and cleaning things up. Again, this is a firing to me. It's not a, oh my goodness, I've already cried. I've already, played the Mariah Carey. Crying, trying to figure out where the hell I went wrong. I already done that. I need you back in my life, baby. Love Mariah Carey. Then there's the sense of finality. So as I mentioned in the video previously, or from yesterday by the time you see this, for me, the discard or going no contact is the last thing to do. That is closing the door. That is closure for me that this situation is not moving any further, that you are no longer a part of my life, and that I am moving in one direction and you are going to move in another direction, whether you want to or not. But for me, I need to close the door in a very permanent way and let you know that it is final and permanent, because I'm not going to allow you any access to me. Once it is over, especially if I end the situation, it is over. I blocked somebody before they even left my house while I was going through the breakup, because I knew that this person might not actually be taking me serious. So even though I'm using these words, this person is not used to people walking away from them. And I could talk about that in a separate video, but this person is used to people chasing them. He was smoking that white rock stuff. And so that wasn't going to work for me. So the closing of the door through blocking and removing you from my social media and even deleting your name from my phone, so I don't know who you are if you reach out to me, is part of me finalizing being done with the relationship. Oh, and that's everything, family. So a brief rundown. The discard from the perspective of somebody with a dismissive avoidant attachment style is that I feel relieved. I'm relieved that the situation is over, that I don't have that pressure on me. I'm indifferent to what's going on with you in your situation because I've already emotionally checked out. I don't want to see you doing terrible, but I'm not worried about if you're doing well either. The belief that it's better for both of us, I've already convinced myself and looked at the situation from a logical perspective that, it is time for us to go in separate directions. And even though you may not be wanting to accept that, you're going to have to accept it. And so I'm going to move on. I may be emotionally exhausted from the situation, so therefore, again, go playing into the relief and doing other things and being excited to be away from the situation, not having the drama. That's a thing. Focusing on practicality and other hobbies and interests. And then it's the sense of finality that this is finished. This is done. Family, thank you for checking into another one of my videos. Please like, share, and subscribe, and check out the playlist for more content. Find me on Instagram, as that is the best and quickest way to get a hold of me, which is in the description box, the links to that. And family, I will be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.